Imagine for a second you sit down to watch Netflix, okay? 40 minutes later, you're still scrolling. Comedy, drama, maybe a psychological thriller. You finally pick something, but 5 minutes in, you're wondering if you made the right choice. This isn't just a streaming problem, though. It happens everywhere. Choosing what to wear, where to eat, what career to pursue, even who to date. We think more options means more freedom. More freedom means more happiness, but what if we're wrong? This is the paradox of choice. The counterintuitive idea that the more options you have doesn't make you happier. They make us anxious, indecisive, and ultimately unsatisfied. The problem of too many choices. Picture this. You walk into a supermarket, the cereal aisle alone has over 100 different cereal brands. You could pick a classic, try something different, or go for the healthiest option, or find the best value for your money. But instead of feeling empowered, you feel overwhelmed. This isn't just in your head though. Psychologist Barry Schwartz and his team ran an experiment where they set up a tasting station for jam. Sometimes they offered 6 options, other times they offered 24. More people stopped when there were more choices. But here's the twist. When it came to actually buying, those who saw fewer options were 10 times more likely to make a purchase. Why? Because it's choice overload and it's real. The more options we have, the harder it is to decide. Our brains get stuck analyzing every possible outcome. And instead of feeling free, we feel trapped. The illusion of the perfect decision. The second problem is regret. The more choices we have, the more we worry about making the wrong one. Let's say you finally pick a cereal, but then you start thinking, what if the other one tasted better? What if I missed out? Even if your choice is good, it doesn't feel as good as possible because you're haunted by the alternatives. Research shows that people with more options are less satisfied with their decisions. Maximizers, people who try to make the best possible choice, end up less happy than satisficers, who settle for good enough. Maximizers spend more time agonizing over every possible choice and decisions and second guessing themselves afterward. And in today's world, we're all becoming maximizers. Every decision feels like it could be optimized. We don't just buy a phone, we make sure we watch all the reviews, compare specs, and compare deals, and then still wonder if we should have bought that other model. Real world consequences. Now imagine this is playing out on a bigger scale. Dating apps give us unlimited choices, but instead of making dating easier, they make it harder. Swiping left starts to feel like it's rejecting real people. Swiping right starts to feel like shopping for the perfect partner. And as soon as we start dating someone, we wonder, is there someone better out there? The same thing happens with careers. 100 years ago, most people followed a set path, but today, there are endless possibilities. This sounds great until you realize that every choice you make means giving up something else. The weight of what could have been starts to feel heavier than what is. This is why studies show that people who have too many choices often experience more regret and dissatisfaction. And they don't just want to make a good choice, they want to make it the best choice possible. And when you're always chasing the best, nothing ever feels good enough. How to escape the paradox of choice. So, what's the solution, you ask? Well, if choices overwhelm us, does that mean we should give them up? No, not necessarily. But can we limit them in ways that make life easier? First, set constraints. Instead of asking, where should we eat? Pick from just 3 different places. Instead of browsing Netflix endlessly, pre-select a few options before you sit down. Constraints remove the mental burden of infinite choice. Second, embrace satisficing. Instead of searching for the perfect option, settle for what's good enough. The truth is, most decisions don't have a single right answer, just different paths with different experiences. And finally, shift our mindset. The more we focus on what we didn't choose, the less we appreciate what we did choose. Happiness isn't about maximizing every decision, it's about learning to be content with the ones we make. We tend to think that freedom is about having unlimited choices, but real freedom comes from not being paralyzed by them. When you stop chasing the perfect choice, you realize that good enough isn't settling. It's what actually makes life simpler, clearer, and happier.